Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They go right back to him. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the tailback. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
To the ground with the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Gonna run it. It's Gore. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Goes to the option. Got enough for the first. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up the first down.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Power football with the run. Keeps the legs moving. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. First down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Spreads the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. With jet sweep pass. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Georgia 3, USC 0.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points because the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Slams ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Slams it ahead. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. The run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
How nice is it on offense to have a quarterback with that kind of athleticism? Your playbook is so much more open when you get in 4th and goal situations just like that. You could call a pass play, and if it's not open, he can get you out of trouble with his legs. Nice job running that one in for a TD.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Trojans will call on their punt team. Makes a move. And the returner is stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback will audible. On second down, they'll take to the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, going up top. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
This offense has a second down play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. Slips away. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, USC.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the single back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get the first through the air. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The give to the back. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Going up top on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half. With the score, Georgia 17, USC 0.
And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll throw it on first down, trying to get to it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll go right back to him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is more out physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Touch pass on the run. Past the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Wide out in motion. They go to the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And you used to see the jet sweep as a play that I'm going to get outside and get big gains. Now it's so tough. Do you want to stack up the middle? Fine. We'll run it outside, get the 1st down. Really tough to stop.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, USC! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
1st and 10.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. They're bringing heat. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score, Georgia 17, USC 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They want to throw it. A little screen to the running back. Gets away from one, finds some space. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Steps away to find some room. He's going to run it. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Coming after him. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his...
Touchdown Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. And wings it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Running behind that left side. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on second down. He makes the connection. At the 35, he's got room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. New set of downs after that completion. They're going to run it. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Trojans.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
On the run, it's Gore. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. Turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got